Okay.
Yeah.
Well, his spirit is at peace, but he's not at rest.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It actually, with what he was describing to me, it is more or less that his death was to save someone else.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who that was, but he stated that not me, but for him, and not by my hand.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure what that means, how it relates to his death or his life, or who this other person was, but he specifically said it was a male.
Okay.
Okay. And he keeps showing me this waterway and the moonlight just cascading down across this waterway.
Okay. Great.
And,
Okay.
and I don't know if that was just a place that he went for his own solace, his own meditation, but every time he pictures that same place or walks along that waterway, he feels at
Okay.
how do I want to put this, a deep resounding peace.
Okay, I just want to ask you one thing, that whether it is a very big question. You are a psychic medium, also you are working as a paranormal researcher and a ghost hunter. I just want to ask you one thing. With the help of this psychic medium, can you just give me the answer whether Sushant Singh Rajput has committed or suicide, or someone killed him, or he was murdered? Certain kind of things can you check with the help of your psychic medium?
Well, his death, he says it was not by his hand.
Okay, it means someone killed him.
Something else was part of his death,
Okay.
but he does not state who it was.
Okay.
But it's like he was trying to protect someone else, and he suffered the major price.
Oh.
He talks about self-sacrifice and opening their eyes.
Okay. Okay.
One of the things that he also is showing me is it's almost like trees.
Okay.
It looks like trees to me, but they're a little bit hazy, I guess is all I can say. They're not real clear. And he says that his father needs to see it.
So you want to say that his father feels that certain energy, or it is something like that, his spirit is there, or his father feels that his son's spirit is wandering at his place, or something like that?
Yes, his son's spirit definitely is with him. And he feels that he used a word that is similar to what we would use to describe danger.
Okay.
Okay, in reference to his father.
Okay. You know, he...
So I'm not sure what his father's circumstance is, but he really, really is worried about his father and his father's health.
You are happy.
Okay. He's showing me somebody that is wearing all black, including the head cover.
Oh, you are saying that someone killed him, the guy, he wears certain kind of a black shirt or black pants, something kind of that you want to say?
Yes, he was all in black.
There is one like
And
that.
right, and he's showing me kind of a dark head cover. I'm not sure if it's the person's hair color or if the person was wearing something.
Okay. Anything else?
There's conflict,
Okay.
and it was building. Okay, and I have a feeling from listening to him and watching the imagery that he's showing that some of it had to do with religious belief.
Can we assume that she's mother of Sushant Rajput, Sushant Singh Rajput?
Yes, I would say most definitely that it is his mother.
And she also picked up on a girl, a little child.
Yeah,
Okay.
he showed me an image of a young girl. I would guess her probably between the ages of maybe 10 and 14.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful girl.
Okay.
And there's something with that child, with that young lady, that he feels a very strong connection to.
What is it that you want me to know? What is it that you are trying to tell me? What is it that you are trying to tell your fans? People around everywhere, all across the world, have been so heartbroken by your demise. Please share with me what it is that you want them to know. What is it that you want me to know? And so I called upon his energy, and I started receiving an unbelievable amount of images in my mind's eye, with my eyes closed. And also when I opened my eyes, I started to see things, I started to envision things, and I started to get thoughts. I got so many thoughts that I had to write it down in my little diary, because it was coming at me with such a speed. There was so much of information that he was sharing with me. And also at the same time, I was feeling it. I was really strongly feeling his energy with me. And I felt truly blessed that he would connect with me. I feel like because I have been doing these videos to connect with his soul felt that I was somebody that he could transmit a message to, so that it will come through to you guys. So this is all that I'm going to be sharing with you guys that I have seen in this vision. So it is going to tie in, and it makes 100% sense with the tarot cards that I picked in my previous reading. Now, everything that I'm about to tell you in this reading is completely different in terms of everyone's opinion of what is going on and what the real reason was for his demise, etc. It's a huge difference. It's a big revelation. I don't know exactly how true it is, but I am trusting that this is the truth, and I want you guys to take this further. I want you guys to explore this further, this option, if there's any way for you. I know you guys are investigating, so if you are investigating, please dig deep into the symbology. If you know something, please comment below so that other people can get to know what it is that his message was for me. So the first thing that I saw when I closed my eyes and I asked him, what is it that you want me to see? I saw an image of an eagle, the bird, and it was soaring into the sky. It was a massive eagle. It was soaring into the sky, and I could see the sunlight. I could see the sunlight directly onto the eyes of the eagle, and the eagle was going upward. So that was the first image that I saw. The wings were wide apart, and this was an eagle that was free. And so the feeling that I got inside of me was freedom. That's what I heard, is freedom. He had freedom. So that's the first thing I saw. I'll explain a little bit more about what I interpret from all of these messages in a moment. So I saw the eagle soaring into the sky. I said, okay, what more are you showing me? The next thing that I saw was a hummingbird, a red hummingbird. Now, birds are not hummingbirds. I've done a little bit of research, not too much of research, but I have realized that hummingbirds are not entirely red. But the bird that I was seeing in my vision that he was showing me was a red bird, and it was going towards a red flower. It had a very long beak, a very, very long beak, It was the most beautiful bird ever, and I was being told that it's a hummingbird, and there was emphasis on the color red. There was symbology of the color red. Red is important, very important. There's something to do with the color red, either to do with somebody else or it's to do with him. That I do not know. All I know is that there's symbology of a hummingbird and the color red. The next thing that I saw, which I was very, very happy to see, I asked him actually. I said, Sushant, where are you? How do you feel? What is going on with your soul? Please, can you show me? Have you found peace? And it was the most beautiful image I had ever seen of him. It was of him with another female, and this was a girl probably in her teens. I want to say she was in her mid-teens. And she was, both of them were in a pool. And I'm being told in this image that they are at like a theme park, and she's on his back. He's carrying her very playfully on his back, and they both are smiling, they both are laughing, and they're having fun in this pool. It's quite a big pool. The water is really, really this beautiful light blue color. In the distance, I can see an older woman. She is just sitting, and she has a little bit of a hat on. She has a hat on, and she's sitting on a chair, like a beach chair. But she's not really looking at them, but her presence is there. I can see her presence. I know her presence is there with them. And he was smiling. He was so happy, and so was this other girl that he was with. I could not see her face, but I could see that she was laughing. Both of them were laughing, and they were just celebrating a moment, a special moment in this pool, in this water area. It was so beautiful. And I asked him, I said, what is it that you want me to know through this image? And the first thought that came to my mind was that, please tell my fans that I am peaceful, I am okay, I am safe, I am peaceful, I am free. I'm free. So guys, so many of us have been concerned as to the condition of his atma, of his soul, whether or not he is struggling with the way things went. And I'm here to tell you that he's not. He really is not. He is so blissful and peaceful, and he truly feels freedom. He truly feels free. He was holding on to something, and he was protecting someone. So that is what brings me to the next point of what I experienced in this session with him. So I asked, what is it that you want me to know? What happened to you? Why were you killed? Why were you killed? Why were you murdered? And I started to get stabbing pain in my lower abdomen. Stabbing pain in my lower abdomen the moment I asked this question. And I took a breath and I said, well, what are you showing me? Why am I all of a sudden feeling this pain in my lower abdomen? And it was like a sharp pain. It was almost as if somebody was stabbing me in the abdomen. And I experienced this three times. And then I realized, I put two and two together. When I told you, I told you guys a motherly figure. I told you there was so much of female energy going on with the tarot cards in my previous reading. And that's because there was female energy. This was about pregnancy, guys. This was about pregnancy. The reason I was getting the stabbing pain in the abdomen is he was showing me something about a pregnant woman. Somebody was pregnant, and somebody was trying to hurt this pregnant woman. Somebody hurt this pregnant woman, or somebody was trying to hurt this pregnant woman. Sushant knew about this pregnancy. It was something that was hidden. It was kept a secret. And when I tied into the very, very first reading that I did on the first day when I made a video, that video is no longer here on YouTube. I took it out because in that video I was talking about suicide, and I realized, no, he did not commit suicide. He was murdered. So I removed that video, but in the reading that I did there, I received the High Priestess card. I didn't mention this, but I did say that there was female energy, and I received the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card in tarot is the card of fertility. It's the card of secrets, and hidden things behind a veil. It's a woman, of course, and there's a lot of motherly energy and moon energy, because there are, you know, 3 different phases of the moon in this High Priestess card. But the main theme, one of the main themes of this card is fertility, pregnancy. And as soon as I got that feeling, the stabbing pain in my abdomen stopped. It stopped. And I said, okay, I know that you were trying to tell me something about a female who was pregnant. And then I put it together, because in the last reading, I got the Empress card. The Empress card is a woman who is about to give birth, a woman who is pregnant, a woman that is expecting a child, a nourishing energy, a nourishing woman. So whoever it was, she was pregnant. He knew about this pregnancy. I also feel the immediate thought and idea that came into my mind was that she was raped. And he was fighting for justice. Remember, I got the Justice card. Several times I got the Justice card. He was fighting for justice. He wanted justice for this woman, whoever she was. I have my idea for who she was. I don't know whether I should tell you guys, but maybe I should. She was young. She was somebody that was close to him, and she was probably his manager. I never thought I would say that on camera. I don't know if there's any way to look into that, but I truly feel that at the time of her demise, she may have been pregnant. She was either raped or she was attacked. Whoever this woman is, I'm not saying that it was his manager. I'm not saying that, please don't get me wrong, but there was a woman in his life who he was very close to who had been pregnant, and he was trying to protect her. He kept her secret. He died because he was protecting her secret. He was killed because he was protecting her secret. Okay? Who this person was, who either impregnated her, you know, and maybe she wanted to keep the child, or they raped her. Whoever it was, they're in a position of power, and they don't want this getting out. They did not want this story getting out, and so they had to shut him up. That is what I'm getting. That is the message that I was getting, is they had to keep him quiet because he knew, and he was going to open his mouth and he was going to tell somebody. That is what he was telling me. Okay, so he was protecting her secret. He was protecting her dignity, her pride, and he was protecting her in some way from the world finding out that she was pregnant, or raped even. Now, I don't know who this woman is. That's left to you guys. It's not my job to investigate that. I'm just decoding the messages that Sushant has given me in this session with him. So when I asked him specifically, who killed you? Who was responsible for killing you? And the image that I received in my mind's eye, I have a very clear image of who this man was. It was a man. He was, I cannot really describe his face, but it was a medium-toned skinned man. He was fairly tall and lean. He was wearing at the time, he was either wearing it at the time, or he wears it quite often, a buttoned up white shirt. And the unusual thing about it is that it was buttoned up really high. It's a buttoned up white short sleeve shirt that was buttoned up fairly high till about here, which is a little unusual for most guys. I think most guys usually wear their shirt a little bit lower than that, but this one was buttoned up very high. And Sushant was showing me that this guy has his hair in a box shape, like it's like brushed back. He could also take his path from the center or slightly to the side, but there's something significant about his box-shaped haircut, or he's obsessed with his hair. And the other key thing is I saw greasy hair, oily hair. His hair was oily, and he was wearing a buttoned-up white shirt. He was lean. Somewhat lean. He was not a buff guy. He was not a guy that really works out or anything. That's not what I was seeing. He was a lean, tall guy, and Another thing that I also saw was he showed me something wrong with his leg. Something was wrong with his ankle. There's either a scar on his ankle, or there's a deformity on his ankle, or there's a rash, or some sort of something significant about his ankle or the way he walks on the left side of the body. So I don't know if there was such a person near him, but this person is responsible for taking his life in some way. I don't know how to identify who this person is. I have seen him in my mind's eye, and it's not anybody that I actually know or have seen, like in the film industry or anything like that. But anyway, I am not going to be speculating and pointing any of that out. It's not my job to do that. I'm going to leave that to Bhagwan to bring forth the truth. But this is what I'm seeing: a man with a white buttoned up shirt, a short sleeve shirt, and with greasy hair. Something very significant about his hair. He's got big hair, and he takes his path from the center or slightly from the side, and he's very particular about his hair. There's something about his hair. So this is the person who Sushant has revealed to me has been significant in his death. I also started to get a little bit of a headache. Somebody had asked me in the questions in the comments in my last video about a headache. They said that every time they think about Sushant, they get a headache. And I asked him, why am I receiving a headache? Why am I getting a headache all of a sudden? And he said that he had a head injury. It was a head injury. Either he had a head injury, he was hit in the head, or the girl that he was protecting was hit in the head. Something about a head injury is very apparent here. Or it could have been, it's somebody who recently had a head injury that is somehow involved in his demise. So the next major image that I saw was stained glass. Okay, stained glass. Now, I don't know if you guys are very familiar with stained glass, but stained glass is very symbolic of Christianity. So this person who is involved in his death is either of Christian faith, or they live near a church. But there is a very, very prominent image of stained glass, and specifically blue and green stained glass. That was the color that I was seeing. So either they live near a church or they are of Christian faith, but it's definitely got something to do with Christianity and stained glass. And also there's something to do with the girl, because I was seeing an image of a girl. I have actually never seen an image of Sushant's manager. As of right now, I don't even know what she looked like. And that's because I did not want those images bombarded in my head. I haven't done any research on some of the people that you guys have mentioned, because I did not want my readings to be tainted in any kind of way. So I don't know what she even looked like, but there was a girl. She was admiring the stained glass. There's a stained glass. I don't know if you guys can see this picture here of the peacock that I have in the back. The peacock is very symbolic of my business. And it was the colors of the peacock, this kind of a blue and green shade of stained glass. So that's something you guys definitely want to look into. So those were some of the main images that I saw in my vision of him, and it was a very peaceful kind of a reading. Very, very peaceful kind of a reading, guys. I felt like Sushant's soul was very peaceful wherever he is. And that is the message that he wants me to transmit to you guys, is to not worry about him and his well-being now. He is at peace. He is at peace. He has found his freedom. I feel very strongly that he is connected with his mother. I feel like he has met with her. He has reached that point of bliss. And we all know how curious he was about the afterlife and science and astrophysics, and finding out what was more to life than what we just saw in our earth plane and what we see here on earth. He was very fascinated by that, and he's truly, truly amazed and happy wherever his soul is right now. There's great symbology of water. When I saw the pool, I also, towards the end of my reading, I saw myself coming out from the pool. I am terribly, terribly afraid of drowning. That is one of my fears. So for me to see myself underwater and emerging from water, it's a little bit of a scary thing. But in this image that I was seeing, I was coming out of the water. I was, under the water, but I was looking up. And as I opened my eyes underwater, I could see the sunlight and the sun's rays directly onto the top of the water. And it was the most beautiful image ever. So Sushant's message for you guys, from what he has, sent to me, is that you have nothing to worry about. He has found peace. Justice is going to be served. That's what I meant to say when I told you about the eagle. That was the very first image that I saw, is that the eagle is present with justice. He is going to get justice. Justice is going to be served in his death, in his demise. And whoever it is that did this to him is going to receive the punishment that they are meant to receive. Now, whether that's going to be in this lifetime, whether this is going to be by the police, whether they're going to end up in jail or anything like that, I cannot speculate about that. But I can tell you that Sushant he's not in a great hurry to find justice, because he knows that justice is going to come for his demise. And you guys are going to be taking it forward. You guys are going to be finding that killer for him. And so he has faith in that. He has faith in you all. He has faith in all of his fans. Another message that he has brought forward to me to let you guys know is that if he has been playing on your mind, it's because he wants you to remember him. He wants you to keep him in your mind, and to honor him, and to honor his soul, and to remember him for the person that he was. And to also let you know that if he has been playing in your mind, that he valued you as a fan. Even if he may not have met you in real life, guys, he is free now. He is free. You can connect with him. I can connect with him. I have connected with him. And I can tell you that if I can connect with him, you can connect with him. All you have to do is reach out to him and ask him to come to you and to show you what it is that you need to know. As a fan of his, feel free to do that. That is what he's trying to say, is feel free to reach out to him. You reached out and you loved him. You gave him love while he was here. Love him while he is in the earth, in the plane above the earth right now, because he's happy. He's peaceful. He has found peace, and he knows that justice is going to be served for him. Another message which I found to be very unique, and this is the last message that I actually received in this communication with his soul, this channeling or mediumship with his soul, was to thank two particular people. There were two particular people who spoke up either on his behalf or spoke up about him, that he feels very honored by. But those two people are Sonu Nigam, for one, and the other person was Shakti Kapoor. That would be Shraddha Kapoor's father, Shakti Kapoor. So I believe Sonu Nigam has made a statement or said something, given some sort of a speech or something like that. And I remember seeing somewhere on YouTube that Shakti Kapoor had also said something about the demise of Sushant. And whatever these two individuals have said, there's something important about them, but I feel like the energy that he was trying to give me was to thank them, to say thank you for honoring me or speaking up on my behalf or saying these kind words about me. These were the only two people whose images popped into my mind that he spoke about, or he mentioned. Another image that kind of came into my mind, I mean, I'm not really sure how to interpret it. I don't even know if I should be correct in saying this, but I'm not implying anything by saying this, and I'm not trying to incite anything by saying this. How you guys interpret it is entirely up to you. But I did see an image also of Salman Khan, and it was an image of him from the movie Tere Naam. It was a very unique image of Salman Khan because he had long hair. He had long hair. That was the image that I saw. There wasn't anything specific that I saw related to him, but I did see his image. So I'm not sure if Sushant was, in any way trying to communicate a message about thanking him or saying something. I really truly do not know what Salman Khan has actually said about this whole ordeal. I have not been keeping up with that. But his image did come into my mind as well. But Sonu Nigam and Shakti Kapoor were two individuals that Sushant definitely felt he needed to say thank you to. He has also encouraged me and told me to let you guys know that he loves you. He loved you as fans. He loves you and appreciates you, and he thanks you even more to honor his name, for honoring his name right now after his death. And he has faith that you guys are going to find the answers. But he does want to reassure you. This is a message that has been emphasized over and over again, that he's okay, he's peaceful, he's happy, and he wants you to be happy. He does not want any of you to suffer any more pain because of his death. His death was painful, but it happened quickly. That is something to remember as well. It happened quickly. He may have been, I don't know, I've seen so many different things about his last moments with his fingers moving and things like that. None of that had actually come through in this reading, to be quite honest. Nothing had come through about that. But he told me that it happened very fast, very quickly. And it passed through very quickly. It's not like he experienced a whole lot of pain. And so he's at peace. Wherever he is, his Atma, his soul is at peace. If you want to connect with him, I would suggest you pray and you invoke his energy. Please invoke his energy. There is nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing weird about it. Some people are very, very afraid. They are scared of communicating with spirits. There's nothing to be afraid of, okay? There are a lot of spirits who are still very, very much with us, and they try to communicate with us all the time, and we don't pay attention to them. But he is somebody that wants you to remember him. So that was his message, guys. That was my communication with Sushant Singh Rajput. I can tell you, I feel at peace in my heart. The uneasy fluttering of my heart that I have been feeling in the past few days has gone away. It has definitely gone away. I myself have found a sense of peace by having this communication, this open communication with his Atma. And I can tell you that if I am meant to transmit any more messages or any other symbols or anything like that, if I feel the need to do so, I will make more videos and I will share it with you guys. But those were the things that he really wanted me to tell you and for you to know. So to recap everything, the main symbols that I saw in this vision, if you guys want to look into it, was the eagle, the soaring eagle, flying up into the sky directly into the sunlight. The red hummingbird or the red flower, the symbology and the color red, very, very important. Stained glass was very important. Blue and green stained glass, something related to a church or something related to Christianity in some sort of way. Or there was a female that was associated with the stained glass or who liked stained glass. She liked ornaments or something like that. This could be the woman that he was protecting, who was pregnant, and she could have been pregnant and wanted to have the child, but whoever it was that made her pregnant did not want this pregnancy to come out. And that was the main reason that he sacrificed his life. It was to protect this young woman, whoever she was in his life. I don't know. She may have passed on or she may still be alive. But whoever it is, they know who they are. Okay? They know who they are. The crime itself was committed by somebody who was wearing a white short-sleeved button-up shirt. Something very specific about his hair, greasy hair, split in the center or towards the side. He's very particular about his hair. And one more thing is that there's a possibility that he smokes. That's also something that I saw, is that he has a particular way about him, the way he stands, and he smokes. I saw that as well. That's something very, very specific and very significant that I saw. So guys, I'm gonna let you decode what it is that Sushant has brought forward. Please, if you have any ideas, leave them in the comment section below. Let me know. And if you guys have stayed till the end, thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. And once again, if you have any other hateful comments that you want to leave, this is not the place to leave it. I will report you, remember that. So if you have anything negative to say, please take your negativity elsewhere. This is not the place for you. But for those of you who are here, who appreciate my work, who give thanks to what I have done for you guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to this channel, and thank you for everything. Thank you for being my support system, and I'm very, very grateful to have you around. Until my next video does release, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to live consciously and love always. Namaste.
I saw Sushant looking at me, and I'm not quite sure in what type of dimension I was, but I just remember there were a lot of shadows, like the room was dark. I remember the sea, there was seas or something like that. I have never been in Mumbai, so I don't know how Mumbai is really, honestly, but I remember the sea. It's like flashbacks of scene, and I really struggle to remember exactly what I dreamed because the dream was so dark. But what I remember is that in this room there were two people, two dark figures, two men with him. And then the scene disappeared. I don't remember anything at all. But what I remember is that I was with Shupro and we were trying, I saw people investigating. I saw people asking women, a lot of women asking what was going on. And there were people crying and people that are also Westerner asking questions or things like that. And it was like a very heavy energy, but I remember this questioning. And we found each other in the room of an old lady with white hair, which I don't know how it's related to anything. But one thing is sure, what I remember is that Sushant told me they need to look at the phone. There is a message. They need to look at the messages. Somebody is hidden, either a diary, a phone, a message, something. And I clearly remember that when I was in the room with Shupro and we were like, we're almost there, we almost got it, like we know what is going on, and we were almost getting to his phone or to this message that was in a phone, a conversation, something along those lines. Remember, the dreams are a bit scattered. When I was touching the message, like I could get to the message, a gigantic python type of snake started to eat my face, like literally wanted to attack my face. And Shupro went like this with his arm and said, be careful of touching these things, be careful. And I got protected, but Shupro protected me and the energy around me protected me, but I couldn't get to the message. I couldn't get to the bottom of the thing. I just remember this horrible looking snake, a gigantic snake trying to hit my face. And I just woke up, and I literally woke up Shupro, and I was like, I cannot recollect what is going on. I really don't understand what is going on. But I do remember the face of Sushant telling me about this message. I do remember his face with two men in this little apartment. And in my opinion, this wasn't suicide. Or if it was suicide, it was pushed into it. I just really, I remember another thing. I remember reading his energy. I clearly remembered. Okay, got it. I remember there was people around him that weren't really that good. Like their energy was so dimmed, and they were being very mean to me. Like they were like, you're a nobody. Who do you think you are? Like this type of attitude, like very snobbish type of attitude. And then I looked at his energy, and his energy was very high and was between blue, like indigo blue, and yellow. And I remember telling him, you emanate from the solar plexus, from the sacral and solar plexus chakra, and from the third eye. So I remember, and he said, yeah, especially the blue. He said, especially the blue. I like blue. And then I told him, you're very passionate, you're very creative, you have a new creative project to do, and you have a very vivid imagination. That's why your imbalances have been exaggerating. And I remember he was smiling. That's what I remember. but that's it. Okay, I got it. This is what I dreamed about, and that snake, you guys, it was so scary, so scary. I was even scared to talk about it, and I think it is in peace, but I think it's still lingering in the astral plane, if you want my honest opinion. Because if for me, that I never knew him, was so easy to dream about him and so easy to receive a message, it means that it's still something that needs to be cleared. And in my opinion, when an energy is stuck in the astral plane still, because wants justice, wants the truth to get revealed. And I'm telling you guys, there is a message, there is a diary, there is something that he either writes to somebody or he writes somewhere that will share some truth, in my opinion. And I think that I don't know what to think about this. I honestly don't know what to think. I'm so embarrassed because I don't want to be disrespectful to the grief that I saw in the dreams. I saw so many people crying, like literally so many women. He was like, there's something going on with the women's side. I think this guy was looking for real love in his life, because there was this women going on, like a women thing going on, which I don't know. He used to write a journal every day, but I know he told me about a message, and I am seeing you guys are 111 view at this moment. He told me about a message. He told me about something and I couldn't grab it. That by the time that I was there and I was almost having the message that snake attacked me, and if it wasn't for the energy of Shubro, which obviously was sleeping next to me, he would have killed me. So when I woke up, I really felt afraid. Like I really felt that this is not people you want to mess around with. Like this is really serious, you guys. It's not something, this is serious thing. Like really, like I don't know what these people are doing. Do you think right people will get to it? I think so. He was going through a heartbreak and looking for real love. Yeah, exactly. He was looking for real love, but he had such a vivid imagination. I saw this very blue, yellow aura and very high. When the aura is blue, like Krishna, if you think about it, these are people that are, yes, connected, you could say connected to spirit guides, but I really think that for him, he was very creative. Like he had a very vivid imagination, like somebody that thinks new ideas constantly, that has new things, even weird stuff that nobody thinks about, that makes him look bad and weird, things like that. And he was very passionate because the sacral chakra is about sexuality, is about passion, is about creativity. The blue, usually people that have a blue aura, they're very good at singing, for example. They love connecting with music. And I think that the imbalances that people are saying about him were exaggerated, are not true, because I would have saw it in this aura. Like when people have mental disorder, like bipolar even, or great mental disorder, we could call it, like great imbalances in their mind, their aura is very dim, it's very dull, it's very brownish, it's very near the skin. I didn't see that at all. So what are we talking about over here? It's too weird. He is surrounded by blue. He told me blue, it's my color. Is he alright at the astral plane? I think he's around his family. He's seeing all the people that are crying, because this is what he showed me. He showed me the people that are crying. He's next to these people, and I think he wants justice. Like I really think he's trying to communicate with people that can hear. They have the gift, like don't mention me, like get me out of the equation. But I think he's trying to communicate with people that have a high intuition, so truth can get revealed, because it's so much more than just about him. Do I make any sense? Do I sound completely like I'm cuckoo's? Like I'm completely out of my mind? I hope I'm not. I really was scared about that snake. Like literally, Shubro, can you come? Like I really asked Shubro, should I do it? I'm afraid they're gonna kill me if I say this. Like
I think so. Sushant Singh Rajput, one of his interview, he said that he used to worship Lord Shiva.
Shiva.
Shiva. Yeah.
What did I say?
Yep.
What did I say before?
Tell
When
me.
I turned around and I saw the picture, there was a man standing behind him. And it was somewhat human form, but not exact.
Okay.
And I literally told Sean, Lord Shiva.
Automatically flew out. So this message is coming to us very strongly, friends. So I think I've shuffled the cards well enough. मैं पहले 4 कार्ड्स लूंगी फिर 7 कार्ड्स लूंगी just because 4-7 was सुशांत जी's favorite number. उनके व्हीकल्स भी वे 4747 नंबर कराते थे. तो let's see friends. The first card जो मैंने पुल किया Ace of Cups. Someone whom he loved. Ace of Cups also represents excessive emotions. Love or hate, it doesn't matter, but an excess of love or an excess of hate depending on the rest of the cards. 4 of Pentacles. Pentacles is talking about money, and the next card I see is the King of Swords, who is a very authoritative person, जो अपने दिल से नहीं सोचते, जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपनी दिमाग की कही सुनते हैं. He's all about this is good for me, I will go for this. He's not about if I do this, it will be helpful for them also. They actually want me to do this. This will be good for us. जो दिल से नहीं सोचते, who are very mechanical almost. पत्थर दिल, लेकिन very sharp, very intelligent, very over analytical is involved. And being a court card, this is directly talking about a person. And the Knight of Coins, ये भी एक court card ही है. This is also talking of a person. यहाँ मैं एक बात कहना चाहती हूँ कि the King of Swords का astrological sign is something to do with an air sign, be it a Libran, be it a Gemini, be it an Aquarian. आप गूगल करके देख सकते हैं कौन Gemini है, कौन Libran है, जिनकी तरफ इशारा जा रहा है इस रीडिंग के थ्रू. A Knight of Coin is someone who is actually very dependable. But also, इस रीडिंग में वो किस लिए आए हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ. He is sure, he's very. This is also a quote card. He's talking about a person whose characteristics are as a very determined person who's very materialistic, जो सिर्फ पैसों के बारे में सोचते हैं. Works for money. Let's put it that way. So with our initial cards, this card had to come. He was in need of help. But the closest of people didn't hear him out. This card is coming out strongly Five of Pentacles. Pentacles represents money and money matters. So it talks about being left out in hard situations, in hard times. जब एक कहावत है ना, एक a friend in need is a friend indeed. जो दोस्त, a friend who cannot come to your help when in need. What kind of a friend is he? What kind of friends were they? Who had left him all alone to fend for himself in the cold. As you can see, it's snowing, लेकिन अंदर तो गर्मी है. It's a well-lit, warm house. लेकिन वे अकेले हैं कांपते हुए in a snowy night. That's what the Five of Pentacles cards represents. And we have strong pentacle energy in this reading. Definitely something to do with money matters. The Four of Pentacles talks about being possessive about your hard-earned property, your money, something that you're trying to protect, something that you're trying to save. An Ace of Cups, because it's you're trying to protect it, because also you're trying to protect it because Cups represents your emotions, you're emotionally attached. Ace of Cups is also a sign of fertility, जो हमें रिपोर्ट्स में आजकल आ रहे हैं कि someone who directly, indirectly was involved in this case could have been pregnant. And this card was followed by the King of Swords and the Knight of Coins, जिनके characteristics मैंने आपको बताया. Let's pull out 7 more cards to get a little more insight into this question, please. 1, 4 of Wands, a marriage, a stable foundation, or a business partnership. 7 of Pentacles, a Pentacles energy again. This talks about waiting. किसी चीज में उन्होंने पूरा हार्ड वर्क कर दिया है, पूरी मेहनत लगा दी है, and now he is waiting for the results to come. It's a period of waiting. 6 of Pentacles, again a Pentacles energy. This is all about giving and taking. मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है with all the previous cards that have come, money matters was a strong point. Someone was not happy with the way he was giving money somewhere else, be it donations, be it to someone who was in need, or someone was trying to get more from him than what he was giving, which created feelings of hatred and jealousy. The Queen of Swords, followed by the 3 of Swords, which is the card of heartbreak, as you can see, followed by Temperance in reverse. एक कार्ड हमें रिवर्स में मिला है. Temperance means balance, reverse means out of balance, the exact opposite of that. And the final card we got was 6 of Swords. So इस एनर्जी में हमें काफी सारे swords, और swords represents thinking, our mental capacity. 6 of Swords represents moving away to a happier place, but the final card being the 6 of Swords in reverse, it's saying clearly that he was stuck. He was not allowed to move anywhere. Whoever was involved had betrayed his trust so much. एक ऐसा बड़ा धोखा, क्योंकि धोखा सिर्फ वही लोग दे सकते हैं जिन पर हमें विश्वास था, जिन पर हम आंखें बंद करके विश्वास करते थे, लेकिन वे लोग हमारा दिल तोड़ते हैं, हमारा विश्वास तोड़ते हैं. तो this card speaks for itself. किसकी ओर इशारा कर रहा है? Queen of Swords again is a court card. We have the King and Queen of Swords in the same reading, which means a husband and wife are involved. The Queen of Swords is a divorced person, divorced lady, but it also means someone who again has no emotions, quite cold, thinks logically, analytically, analyzes everything. दिल से नहीं सोचते ये लोग. Followed by Temperance in reverse and the 6 of Swords in reverse. Temperance is also about mixing liquids. So something to do with liquids, drinks, juice perhaps, and not letting him move. Reports में यही आया था कि इस लॉकडाउन के दौरान इन पिछले 3 महीनों में वे घर से बाहर कदम भी नहीं रखे थे. He was actually not allowed, not free to move. ऐसा नहीं था कि वे चाहकर भी नहीं गए बाहर, लेकिन वो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड थे किसी तरह. So friends, मैंने सारे कार्ड्स को अरेंज कर दिए हैं जो हमें इस रीडिंग में के दौरान हमें मिले हैं. This card is okay. तो सेंटर ऑफ द स्प्रेड में हमें एस ऑफ कप्स है. द लास्ट कार्ड इज द 6 of Swords in reverse, which means being stuck, not being allowed to move. Important message है being left out all alone. उनका अपना कोई भी साथ नहीं निभा रहा था. Directly below the Ace of Cups, which represents, our love for someone or a fertility, is the 3 of Swords, which means a heartbreak. तो उनके अपनों ने ही उन्हें इस कदर धोखा दिया है. और इस रीडिंग में हमें 3 court cards मिले हैं, which directly are pointing to people involved. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. These two are either married or together in some way. And the Knight of Coins is someone who is working for them for money. The Four of Wands also is there. It's talking about marriage. It's talking about someone who he wanted to marry, or it also represents, being in a house, so people living with him in the house. One strong thing that I've noticed here is this. ये देखिए आप ये कार्ड, अगर सीधे मैं रखूं इसे तो आप क्या देखते हैं? This person is mixing this liquid in this jar. He's pouring that liquid in this jar while ropes You see that? This is in reverse. This is saying that जो भी pointers हम सोच रहे थे कि क्या वे poison थे, क्या वो juice में कुछ मिला था, क्या वे ऐसे फंदे से उनकी मृत्यु हुई. दिस इज इन रिवर्स मीनिंग अ नो. सो जो हमें पॉइंटर्स दिखा रहे थे, इट्स अ नो. द आंसर इज समवेयर एल्स. वो हम अगले प्रश्न पे पूछेंगे कि कैसे he was attacked, and this being, he was not able to, he was not allowed to, not free to move. Friends, अभी इस कार्ड्स को मैं अलग से रखूंगी and we'll get more information from the fortune cards. So friends, these are the tea leaf fortune cards. ये 200 कार्ड्स हैं, तो इन्हें शफल करना होता है मुश्किल, इसीलिए मैं इन्हें इस तरह काट कर अलग से एट रैंडम मिक्स मैच करते हुए सिलेक्ट एट रैंडम करती हूँ, बिकॉज ओनली दोज कार्ड्स विल एनीवे कम व्हिच वर मेंट टू बी. So the first card, frying pan, trouble and accusations. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Some friend who's a male. Hard work ahead. Table. Something we'll have a look about later. Quill, get back to the basics. Quill, it's actually पुराने ज़माने में feathers से ही तो लिखते थे. And Sushant ji used to maintain a diary, a journal. So I think this card is pointing to clues in the diary. Should definitely be looked into. Coins. Money was the factor. We are getting such strong indicators for money being the issue. We are interpreting these cards by the questions we asked, friends. इसलिए देखिए, door. Final card. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Okay, let's see these cards. I'll put these away. So friends, ये कार्ड्स हमें फॉर्च्यून कार्ड्स में से हमें मिले हैं. कॉइन्स, बेयर, डेंजर इन मनी मैटर्स, डायमंड, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. These are three big, along with जो हमारे tarot cards थे, they are big pointers to saying that there was a very big financial situation going on behind the scenes, because of which this had happened. Trouble, accusations, or a frying pan means someone had gotten to such a trouble, and for accusations obviously for doing the wrong things. शायद सुशांत जी उन्हें बेनकाब करने जा रहे थे, जिससे वे डर के पहले ही उनसे उनके लिए बैड इंटेंशंस रखते थे. एंड डोर, It's a closed door, it's not an open door. Opportunities are waiting for you, probably with regarding to some contract that he had signed but it had not materialized, and everything was still on the table, nothing materialized, and रास्ता कठिन ही था आगे जाना, but there was huge danger. पैसों के लिए कोई ऐसी घिनौनी हरकत कर सकते हैं शायद. अब अगली वीडियो में पता लगाते हैं कि वे कौन हैं. कुछ तो हमें इसी वीडियो में अंदाज़ा लग गया है, क्लूज मिल गए हैं कि वे कौन हैं. वी गॉट कोर्ट कार्ड्स ऑफ अ किंग, क्वीन एंड अ नाइट. Quill, something which is written, जिसका सबूत हम ढूंढ सकते हैं, and it's in a very basic of things, जो अगर हमें सबूत मिल जाएगा तो हमें ये सोचने पे मजबूर कर देगा कि यार पहले क्यों नहीं सोचा ऐसे. तो अभी तक जो मीडिया में रिपोर्ट्स आ रहे थे कि मीडिया में भी सिचुएशंस मुझे लग रहा कि ऐसे बुने जा रहे हैं कि टू डाइवर्ट द अटेंशन फ्रॉम द मेन कल्प्रिट. ऑब्वियसली जो ये मीडिया जो पहले से हमें फॉल्स न्यूज ही फॉल्स इंफॉर्मेशन ही दे रही थी रिगार्डिंग द इवेंट, वो हमें सीधे अचानक से अभी तक अटेंशन डायरेक्टर्स पर, प्रोड्यूसर्स पर, एक्टर्स पर था. सडनली बहुत ही पर्सनल बन के उनके फ्रेंड्स पर, उनके सिस्टर्स पर इस तरह कोई क्यों मोड़ेगा. ऑब्वियसली जिनके पास पावर है to give money to and change the way it is presented will do these kind of things. So even according to the reading so far, मुझे नहीं लग रहा कि there's any personal matter involved. There is a big, छोटी मोटी बातों पे तो कोई इतना बड़ा कदम तो नहीं उठाएगा किसी के अगेंस्ट. अनफॉर्चुनेटली किसी की जान तक I can't even speak right now. So let's look at the final cards that we have, the Lenormand cards. This will give us accurate pinpoint answers to what is happening in the situation. Oops. Some cards are jumping out. Oh, there. Mice. Mice. चूहे जैसे लोग जो पीठ पीछे they dig a hole behind us. And mice is also talking about, people who eat off our hard-earned money. Let's pull some more cards. Let me shuffle a few more times and then I'll pull some more cards. These are dishonest people, mice. And who are not directly visible in outside because they stay underground. Okay. Pomegranate. Actually 36. This card is oh my goodness. Coffin. The cross. in the center, and it was said that he did have pomegranate juice before going into his room, where he was found dead. So this is the answer, friends. Thank you very much for joining me in this reading. I know this, we try to go into a reading to find solutions, and we do get them, but they are a bit difficult to digest, but we have to digest it and go deeper, raise our voice to get CBI inquiry for Sushant ji's mysterious demise and give him the justice that he deserves. He was a king in the making. अगर लोग उनसे इतने चिढ़ते नहीं थे, उनके टैलेंट्स से, उनकी ग्रोथ से, तो ये सब वैसे भी these kind of things are thank you for watching this video, and please join me for the next videos as well. It's shocking. I still have to digest what we have just unearthed. Thank you so much. See you next time.
The card that came up was 8 of Swords. It means no, it was not a suicide. It clearly means that it was a cold murder, forcefully tied and left alone to die. Very sad. What were the conditions surrounding him lately, or the reasons for his depressed mood? These were the cards that came up. According to it, in the last 10 days, he had faced many bad surprises which killed his internal health, and nothing was going as per his expectations. He felt that he is alone in his fight and will be left alone in the future as well. He had a very big wish in his life which did not came into reality, and he was feeling very guilty of himself about this thing. Also, he was feeling that he had been backstabbed by someone. He was totally disturbed by his hidden enemies as well, and was fighting alone for his injustice. Next, if it was a murderer who killed him, there seems to be one single prominent male suspect in this matter, and he could be the one who killed him. Reason of killing could be related to financial matter and love life. There are two prominent reasons. One is love life and other aspect is related to finance. Last question. How was Sushant Singh Rajput feeling just one day before his death? So just one day before his death, he was feeling helpless. Even after getting help from someone, he was actually getting help from two people, but in spite of it, he was feeling totally alone. He was under some kind of medication and his health was not good. He was not at all feeling good. He was sick and ill one day before his death. He felt being left alone by his loved ones just because he was feeling sick, and he was surrounded by a lot of negativity and bad eye. And his life force energy was already very down one day before his death. He even had sleepless nights and he was facing tremendous insomnia issues. According to the cards, he was not at all feeling well. Overall, tarot card reading says that it was true that he was facing from depression, but there were other reasons as well. My request to everyone around the world, be it celebrity or an ordinary man, death is not the solution to your problems. There are many people around the world to help you out. Nothing ends. If you feel stuck, ask for help and you will surely get one. Spread love as much as you can. Stop hurting people. I know this is hard to do in this selfish world, but you have to change first to see the change in others. I know it will take time, but at least you start today and it will proceed further.
Hi friends, you don't need to know who I am, but I am a person just like you and me. The thing is, I'm extremely nervous to start because I have never done this. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not somebody who can be dishonest to anybody. And to be most important, I am a very, very honest person in my life, and I chose to not show my face because I feel the intent of this video is only to give the message which Sushant needs to reach to your audience. I promise I'm here out in the open breeze under the sky, promising you guys that make this video as much as possible viral and help it to reach to the maximum people to reach it. इसको जितना वायरल कर सकती हो उतना कर लो, क्योंकि इस YouTube को जितना भी वायरल करके जो कुछ भी हासिल होता है वो मेरा नहीं है. I am not a YouTuber. If at all YouTubers is going to call me for some reason, that fund is going to go to some noble cause. Probably I have intended to give to the children who needs it the most, because Sushant Singh Rajput actually love children a lot. That's what I have seen and have felt. To be very frank, I am not Sushant fan. The day when he died, I found like a normal person who died, because I am not a movie freak. I am not somebody who's too much into movies. Yes, I watch a lot of Bollywood movies. मैं बहुत सारा बॉलीवुड मूवी देखती हूँ जो रियलिस्टिक लाइफ से जुड़े हुए हैं, ना ही फिक्शन या कोई ड्रामा किस्म का मैं देखती हूँ. So the thing is, I know Sushant that he is as a TV actor. I have seen his movie Dhoni, which has totally impressed me. Then I didn't know he was such a big actor, talented actor, but I saw his talent and I admire his talent. Genuinely, the job he has done in Dhoni. So the intent of making this, ये जो मैं इंटेंट करके मैं ये जो वीडियो कर रही हूँ, ये बस इसीलिए मैं कर रही हूँ क्योंकि कुछ मैसेजेस हैं जो पिछले 15-16 दिन से मेरे इर्द गिर्द घूम रहे हैं. जिस दिन से सुशांत का डेथ हुआ है, मैंने और लोगों की तरफ पोस्ट नहीं किया कुछ भी, बट उस दिन शाम से मैं बहुत बेचैनी महसूस कर रही थी. मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा था कि मैं क्यों बेचैनी फील कर रही हूँ. But then, dear friends, I wanted you to tell I have a genuine divine gift through which I can sense energies, and through sense with which I can sense a lot of things, because I believe I am an old soul on this earth doing my divine journey and completing my divine journey on this earth. So I pray to Sushant to just tell whatever he told me yesterday and day before yesterday, whatever it is, and let me get the courage to speak that to you guys. The thing is, Sushant has been murdered by his own sister and his friend. Sister's name is Ritu Singh and friend's name is Sandeep Singh. They both have some extramarital life, and Sandeep Singh has played a double game being with the sister because he is in touch with Bollywood mafia, and he made such a plan being with the sister for Sushant's money. So there are basically three kind of people who are involved to kill Sushant. The reason Sushant is at peace because of his mother, but not at rest. So he's not completely at peace because he's deeply in pain because of his own sister Ritu Singh involved in his murder. Please go through the video more to see how her body language was, how Sandeep's body language was. I want to tell you friends, these both are the major culprits to backstab Sushant. I understand, and Sushant understands, that Bollywood of mafia can do anything because they are somebody to them, and it's their job to kill and remove talents like him. But he never expected that from Sandeep Singh and Ritu Singh. So please help his father, Sushant's father, to be protected and Sushant to get justice for his death by pushing it maximum towards CBI to inquire, because all his details are there in his diary, and there are a lot of clues available in the house. The cook is also being paid, the servant in their house is also being paid by Ritu Singh and Sandeep Singh, so they are also a part of this game. So through this video I just want to say that Sushant is somewhere in the astral life on this earth, seeking help from all those who can stand for truth and give justice for his death. And three people involved, that is Bollywood mafia. Just tell me one thing, I am an academic neuro-linguistic program, a master coach, and yet I have a lot to give to this earth. And he came to me because I had this divine gift, and the gods and angels sent to me because I had that divine gift to voice out my gift to you guys and let a lot of people fight for the right thing out. I just want to ask you guys, why do you think that Akshay Kumar, Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan and everybody in Bollywood industry are silent on Sushant Singh Rajput's murder? I appreciate Dharmendra ji for voicing out and for speaking his truth. Really respect to you, sir, and Shekhar Suman and Kangana for voicing out their power of voice. My dear friends, you all have a free will, a free choice. That's the power of your voice. Please use that gift, otherwise you're going to die with that gift and you will be questioned during the death that Why didn't you voice out for something that was given and made reach to you? I have lots to say from my point of angle, but Sushant just wants me to finish my conversation here, because this video is a symbol of truth, symbol of talent who had a lot of dreams, and he was backstabbed and murdered. In tears he died. So my dear friends, I want you to voice out and expose Ritu Singh, Sandeep Singh marital affairs, extramarital affairs, and protect his father, who's an old father at home. And from me, as an NLP life coach, I just wish to say there are many talents on earth who needs a space to focus their talents. Let's allow them also to shine through standing for this one truth that I'm voicing out through this video. Thank you. And Sushant say thank you. And please maximum viral this video, and I promise you that this is done with pure intent, and I am just going to get only one thing out of it is I have emptied my heart, and I'm happy I have listened to the divine voice, the divine message and Sushant's message, and I have done this video for a wonderful soul who's really seeking out for justice. Thank you so much. Love and light to all of you. God bless you.
Hi guys, welcome to Angel Whispers, and today I'm gonna announce to you what Sushant wants us to know. It is about his father. He has been going there since yesterday, and according to me, the sisters is hiding their father right now because they realize that every time that somebody will go to their house for an interview with regards to their father, some things or their belongings are missing in their house. So since they suspect something, they are now hiding their father, and they're preventing people from going inside their house. And Sushant is concerned of his father that is really ill and in critical condition according to him. I don't know what's going on with his father, but I just hope that he may be sent to the hospital and seek medical, medicines, because the angels say that these sisters are incredibly cautious of whom they will trust and whom they will send inside the house, due to the fact that some evidences that they kept are missing, and they now know or aware that somebody have been stealing these things, and they thought that could be because the media is always inside their house whenever their father is ill, and now they're hiding their father. And if ever they will show their father, probably because they seen this video, but at least by this video they will be able to help their father to go to the hospital, because for Sushant, that is what matters the most, rather than his riches, rather than the evidences and so forth. But He's really concerned of his father. As far as I noticed since yesterday, he has been going to the doctor. He informed me that, and also he went to his father. That's what he said when he came back. Whenever he came back, he will tell me again that he will go to his father. He's very worried, and of course also he's upset because he knows that the sisters have been trying to destroy the evidences, but the good Lord is doing the best that he can to help Sushant get the justice that he deserves. And the universe has the back of Sushant, and every time that they gonna hide, there will be evidences, the angels say afterwards. So even though they will tackle this channel and say that these announcements, they're just hoping that they may still care for their father. They're hoping that they may not do something nasty to him. And please pray for Sushant that he may be at peace, because he's incredibly not in the mood, even though we know that he already found the one for him. But of course, since justice is not yet served, he's still upset every time that there's bad news that happened. So is there anything else, angels? They said that's it. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening, and sending you all peace, love and light. Bye.
पता है फरीदुल, 1:30 बजे उनके डैडी लैंड किए थे और सीधा वहां से वो शमशान घाट पे आए थे। तो हम लोगों ने डिसाइड किया था कि फैमिली हॉस्पिटल नहीं आएगी, क्योंकि वो बहुत अलग हो जाता। तो वहां पे वो जो अकेलापन था मेरा, और वो बार बार प्रोसीजर, आई डोंट नो, आई एम जस्ट रिपीटिंग माई सेल्फ, आई एम सॉरी, बट
I can understand that. I can understand that.
तो आप देख सकते हैं सीरियल